Hey everybody, Tanner Larsson here, and welcome back to the Optimized Ecommerce Podcast. I'm excited to have you guys here because today, my good friend Bret Thomson, who you guys saw on our last copywriting episode, is back for another episode where today we are going to talk about a very timely and critically important topic, which is Black Friday, Cyber Monday. We're gearing up for that right now. It is going to be the biggest Black Friday, Cyber Monday that in our predictions, and we'll explain why, that there's ever been. And there's a massive amount that needs to happen in order to do that. So again, like I said, I'm joined by Bret today, and we're going to kind of hammer through a bunch of stuff, show you some really cool things, and then also have a pretty cool opportunity for some of you guys towards the end. So Bret, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you, my man. Looking forward to this. As you know, it's the most exciting part of the year. And yeah, this year is going to be nuts and crazy. And I know you're going to talk about reasons why. But yeah, man, let's dive in.
All right. So guys, to preface this, everybody in the ecom space knows Black Friday, Cyber Monday is big, right? From a retail standpoint, 30% of the year's retail sales occur from Black Friday through Christmas. Okay, so that's a huge, huge chunk of your year's sales. Ecom is no different. There are some brands that may sell more during Valentine's Day or Father's Day or things like that, but by and large, the vast majority of e-commerce brands have their biggest months of the year through Q4, specifically because of Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And Cyber Monday is specifically online. However, Black Friday has spilled over into the online world, especially this year. Now, Bret's going to share a bunch of crazy stuff with you in a minute, but what I want to talk about is why is this year so important? So as it stands right now, it's 2020, right? We are in the middle of, or actually, I don't know if we're in the middle. We're in some phase of COVID still happening, right? And while COVID has been, very detrimental to a lot of places in the world and a lot of people and a lot of environments and industries, it has been a blessing for the e-commerce industry. Now, pre-COVID, e-commerce online shopping, there was only about 7% of the population was shopping online. Okay, and that was accounting for billions of dollars a year, in sales, and trillions of products bought, purchased, and all kinds of stuff, right? Massive amount, but that's only 7%. Now, once COVID hit, back February, March, all of that, stores shut down. Well, that didn't mean people stopped consuming. They just had to all of a sudden shift their patterns of consumption. So now all of a sudden, people who either weren't confident shopping online, didn't like it, had never done it, were all of a sudden given no other option but to become comfortable with shopping online and spending money. E-com sales have just skyrocketed ever since then. Now, even if things get back to whatever normal is post-COVID, everything opens back up, yes, retail sales will pick back up, but e-com sales will never go back to the low 7% that they were, or e-com shoppers, because now there's a new normal established. More people are comfortable, and predictions have been as high as 20+% of the world are now shopping online comfortably. Okay, that's a huge difference from 7 to 20. So that's setting the stage for the biggest Black Friday, Cyber Monday. And then the final thing I'll do before I let Bret say something is this year is going to be really interesting because, again, COVID's happening, right? Whether COVID's happening or not, it's a big deal. But this is extra special because the big retail giants, many of them are saying, hey, we're not going to have in-store Black Friday anymore, at least for the next year. So as an example, Walmart has already publicly announced that there will be no doorbusters, no Black Friday deals in the store. I'm sure they're still going to do them online, but not the traditional retail Black Friday thing that everybody's so used to. So where are those deals going to happen? Where are people going to go? They're going to have to go online. So we predict this is going to be the biggest Black Friday ever. And whether it's the biggest or just a regular Black Friday still leads to the fact that you need to do a lot of prep work to make it a profitable Black Friday for you. So Bret, I'm going to segue into, I babbled a bunch. What do you want to add to that?
I think what you're saying is everyone's saying the same thing, mate. It's not just our predictions. As you know, with our ecom insiders, I have the role of putting together GSD reports, and the biggest one each year is the Black Friday bundle, or we call it the Cyber 5 now. And the Cyber 5 is the period between Thanksgiving and Cyber Monday. So, mate, I'll read out some stats because I did a bit of research to see what everyone's saying, and it varies as you can imagine. Mm-hmm. But here's a cool thing. If you look at even before COVID, the uptrend each year with e-commerce is just significant. So for US shoppers spent an estimated 2.8 billion in 2009, which is up 17% from 2018. So that's a spike of 17% just from that. Cyber Monday broke new record last year, which is 9.42 billion in 2009. And like you said, if this jumps, Cyber Monday on the day was 9 billion.
Mm-hmm. What year?
2019.
19.
So some people are saying, like you said, it's going to be 20% increase. I've seen some people say it's going to be our first $1 trillion kind of
end of year Q4.
End of year, yeah. So Black Friday, so another one was hit 7.43 billion, which is up 9.5% from 2018. So the up curve, even without this, is significant. So now, like you said, with COVID, everyone being more comfortable buying online, it's just going to go through the roof. And like you said, now's the time to get prepared for it and make sure your store's converting and make sure you have a good frequency of emails, because it's apparently it says here 42% of online retailers will check their email, so they offer for promotions. They're accustomed to it, you know. Mm-hmm. And the other cool thing is 58% of shoppers actually wait until Cyber Monday. So everyone's getting smarter now to know that there's, you know, typically better deals on Cyber Monday. So that a lot more people are starting to wait until doing most of their purchases on Cyber Monday.
Yep. Yeah. Well, we see people even getting crazy, and now there's pre-Black Friday deals, right? Like they're trying to prolong the Black Friday experience, and then you got stores doing Black Friday in July and stuff like that, which that's a cool little angle that we could talk about on a different episode. But I mean, when it comes to this, like, guys, you got to think about this. This is the one time of year when the entire planet, for the most part, is conditioned and amped up in this buyer's frenzy to go out and consume at massive levels, get their Christmas shopping done, their holiday shopping. And then like, there's no legitimate reason for this other than a manufactured buying frenzy that's been created over the years with Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Now, right now in 2019, the average adult spent $400 on Black Friday alone. Okay. Now online, Cyber Monday, those numbers were 400 plus. Okay. So that people are spending, $800 to $1,000 per person through the Black Friday, Cyber Monday timeframes. It's a massive amount. They're going to spend it somewhere. It might as well be with you. Okay. And when you think about 30% of the retail sales are done in this from Thanksgiving towards the end of December, towards Christmas, that's a massive time to soak up a lot of money. And the reason is people are expecting discounts. They're expecting good deals. This is when you put your best foot forward and give them the biggest crazy deals, the biggest bundles. And here's the thing though, it doesn't always have to be discounts in price. Okay. You don't have to sell a cheap offer, right? Black Friday could be, you take your best selling products and create a bundle and create a combined discount, which still leaves you with a bigger profit margin than you would have selling them individually. But the perceived value to the customer is better. Or it's a great time to launch new products or pre-sell new products that you haven't got yet. There's lots of strategies that you can do to do that. But as Bret touched on, your store has to convert, your buyer's journey has to be optimized. And most importantly, the vast majority of Black Friday sales come from repeat purchases. They don't come for repeat purchases, or warm audience. They don't come from cold traffic. The lion's share of Black Friday sales are going to come from people who are already on your prospect email list. They're going to come from your customer email list, your messenger list, your warm audience of captured retargeting ads. It's not a cold market play. You still can do really well, but the big wins come from automated follow-up to existing lists of people. That's where you milk the most money out of Black Friday. And the crazy thing is all the prep work happens in advance. Once it's set up, it kind of runs itself for the most part. But the problem is, and Bret, you can talk about this because I know you've seen it before with our members, most people don't have a real plan for Black Friday.
Absolutely. And I love what you touched on before too about people going earlier in the market. That's become common practice now. In fact, one stat I saw was 40% of the people start shopping on 1st of November. So that's why we're seeing so many different so many early campaigns out there now. So all these things need to be thought out and put into action, because it's just a missed opportunity. The days of going live, teasing them at Thanksgiving and then going live, you've missed a big chunk of the boat there, because there's just so much opportunity. People are in that buying frenzy beforehand.
So let's talk about that real quick. Let's talk. So obviously, we know most email stores. Let's talk about email for a second.
Yeah.
We know that from all the stores we come in contact with, thousands a year, that most ecom stores don't do email, right? Their email marketing is not a big part. And we know during the rest of the regular year that up to about 30% of your daily sales can come from automated email follow-up if you set it up right and then broadcast. Yeah. But the problem is most people don't do that. So when it comes to Black Friday, people think, oh, well, I'll write like 3 or 4 emails, or my plan is to write an email a day or something like that when it happens. But really, there's no more plan, or like, I'm going to increase my budget on ad spend. I'm going to have some more creatives for my ads. But that's their plan. So how does that, when it comes to email, does that work? Can you haphazard that and have a successful Black Friday?
Yeah. Well, mate, I think the thing we'd worked out last year was like close to 60% of people were going early or waiting to Cyber Monday. So we came up with the strategy to go early and give them that hot list. Remember that hot list campaign that we? So and that's when you and I kind of brainstormed that GSD report. We wanted to give people a clear strategy to follow and implement, instead of just being haphazard, like you said. So that hot list campaign made our members a bunch of money. Where I think we started teasing them at the end of October, just saying, hey, if you want to see our Cyber Monday or Black Friday discounts early before the big rush, enter your details here. And that created kind of like a VIP list. And essentially they're giving you permission to email them some discounts before the big rush came in. So we're doing that again this year and with the GSD report. But you and I remember that so many members who actually just implemented that, they had a big cash injection before all that came, So that
finish. Go ahead.
No, you go.
Okay, so what I was going to say on that, guys, is I want you to literally hear what he said. We started teasing for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, end of October. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're almost to the end of October right now as we're recording this, right? So this is a big deal. Like it takes a lot of prep and a lot of sequencing. And the thing is you're not just trying to have like sell a little bit more on Black Friday. Black Friday is your time to really capitalize. So you got to look at your buyer and realize that you've got different types of buyers with different types of buying habits and personalities. So this early bird list, this hot list, right? This is people you can say, hey, you don't want to have to be crazed out of your mind when this promotion starts. If you'd like to see what we have early, get in. So you got the people who are like, oh my God, they're the ones that camp outside it for deals, or they go to the movies 2 days early and sit outside in line to make sure they see it. Like they want to get in early before everybody else. You can also take the angle of, hey, don't risk us running out of stock on your favorite products. You can go ahead and get the same deals, but get them early. And then you've got the people who have to see the deal live. They wait, but then they try to act within that time frame. Then you got the people who are on the fence and have to be pushed over. Then you've got the people who are waiting for Cyber Monday, who want the early Cyber Monday, who want the in-time Cyber Monday, and who also need to be pushed over the fence on Cyber Monday. And then you have a whole nother set of buyers that are, oh crap, it was Black Friday, Cyber Monday. I totally forgot, but I still want the discounts. Please give me a deal, right? You have all these different buyer types, and every single brand, niche, whatever you want to call it, has those buyer types. And you need to design your Black Friday campaign to hit all of those different segments. But you have to do that in a very sequential process. So, anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, look, I think another thing I love that what we did last year was we created a good, better, and best action plan.
That's right. I forgot about that. We did.
It was really smart. I know Anna was raved about that because like the GSD report we put together was over 100 pages. There was 50 pre-written emails, which included hot list emails, like teaser emails, some nurture emails, and then the sale that goes to an isolated list who'll put their hand up and said, yes, I'm keen to know about what you're doing. And that was maybe 15 or 20 emails. I think there was about 20 plus emails for the actual Black Friday campaign, which worked really well. And then there was themed flows. Like this is the good, better, or best. So, because at this time,
you know what, Brett, hang on. Let's back up and then readdress this, because I want to set the stage for people so that we can kind of go through this and you can really sequentially go through it. So, guys, sorry to interrupt Brett. I know he was sharing some gold right there, and I'm going to let him get back to it. But I want to clear the air for people who don't know what we're talking about. We're saying GSD and this and whatnot. So yes. Let's just do that. So first thing first, as you can see in the background of Brett, he's got Ecom Insider on that banner. Ecom Insider is our business accelerator program for stores that are already profitable, already doing well, but are having trouble scaling and really want to take it to that next level and really go from like a 6-figure store to a 7 or a 7-figure to an 8 and really, really hammer that out while doing it themselves, right? So we're the business accelerator that helps them. Now, inside of that program, and guys, I'm not pitching you Ecom Insider. You either like it or you don't. I'm not worried about that. I'm just telling you about the GSD now, setting the stage. So the GSD is called the Get Shit Done report. And every single month, we deliver a new Get Shit Done report or GSD report. Brett likes Get Stuff Done report to our members. Okay. And in those reports, there are a turnkey marketing and action plan. Okay. They're either an email campaign, a ad campaign, a promotional strategy, any kind of business growth and accelerator thing that we can help them, that give them, like, they implement this one thing every month. And at the end of the year, they'll have at least 12 things, irrespective of anything else we teach them to do, that those 12 things will grow their business significantly. Okay. So every month we do that. Every year we have evolved our Black Friday, Cyber Monday promotion. Used to be, it started out with just a few emails. Now it's grown into this behemoth. Now, what I want to do is actually, and not for the sake of like trying to get you to buy EI or anything like that, I want you guys, we're going to go through it. Okay. And kind of to walk you through the different campaigns and the different structures, and just so you can see how much effort goes into a solid Black Friday promotion. And so you guys can get an idea how you can structure your own. Okay. So with this, there was a good, better, best. Now, the reasoning behind that in the GSD, and this was, now that Brett reminded me of it, was we're going to present this just massive, like, ka-chunk thud factor of, holy crap, I have to do all this stuff. Now, just like there are buyers inside our Ecom Insider program, there's different types of members. There's the members who are like, anything you tell me to do, I'm going to do all of it 100% and get it done. And I have time and the team and the resources to do that. I'm done. I'm going to do it. And then you've got the guy who's like, oh, I'd love to do it all, but I'm just not really going to be able to do that. So I don't have quite the resource base to do that. So we have a middle plan for them. And then there's those people that they're either super small and just starting out, or they're lazy and they just, you know what, I'm not even going to do half of that. So we've also created a light version of the same campaign where each piece builds on the next to create this massive flow. So we had members who only did the light version, the beginner version. We had people who did the medium version. We had people who did the full shebang. It just was whatever fit your business. Okay. So with that kind of explanation, Brett, let's go ahead and talk through our GSD bundle and kind of explain to them kind of what's in it, but also like, what are the campaigns? What do they do? How is the different sequencing? And just kind of go through the whole thing. All right.
Okay, cool. No, thanks for that, mate. So the first thing we did, which we do every year now, we have a Black Friday Mastermind where we pull some of our best members
Pre-Black Friday Mastermind.
yeah, pre-Black Friday. And we pull some of our big hitting 7-8 figure members. We all jump on a Zoom and we just go do a round table session where we say, what worked last year for you? What are you doing this year? And we did that again this year, and it was really awesome. We went deep on segmentation on that. Devin did a lot of cool things on how to segment it so you don't just blast everyone. And we also talked about the importance of warming your email list up, because a lot of people, emailing is the most neglected part of an e-commerce store. So you don't want to like grab our motherlode of emails and say, hey, you haven't heard from me for 3 months, and boom, because your delivery rate will just tank. So we talked about, really smart ways to warm them up, which you should be doing right now. And we also talked about the importance now more than ever, is the time to put out like revenue optimization best practices in place to your store. Because if you're going to be throwing a lot of traffic to it, you want to be making sure it's going to convert, right? Yep. And there was also talking about some cool lead generation strategies from Jeremy. He talked about everyone's seen giveaways before, but there's people who do an okay job, and there's people who do a suck at it. But there's Jeremy who like crushes it, right?
Yeah.
And even how he resurrected Facebook Messenger. So we give that to members as well. But I only say that because we want to make sure that every time we write a campaign, it's updated to 2020 where we are right now. So in saying that,
well, there were elements, right, that we said, hey, this didn't work so well. And it wasn't just one person it didn't work so well, but it didn't work so well for a number of people. We looked at why it didn't work, and then we removed that out or re-edited it down to fit with what did work. Or, hey, this didn't work for me, so I changed it to this, and this worked really well. And then someone else says the same thing. And then collectively, through the data of our members and our amplified stores, we're able to like dial in what actually works every single year.
Yeah, and I'll give you an example of that, which is really cool, because when we did the 2019 version, we said, we had the hot list, and then, a week later we go to the main list, or 2 weeks later, whatever. And so we thought it would be best to kind of not send all those emails to the hot list because they've just recently seen it. But Devin had a good suggestion. He said, no, always send to buyers. Buyers are buyers. They love bargains. So
it made a big deal. It definitely performed.
Yeah. So getting back to what you were saying, the good, better, best. So I'll start with like the best. So the best is obviously the hot list. I think even if you can do a light version, you should definitely do a hot list, which is again, and saying, hey guys, I know there's just inviting them to find out what we're doing through Black Friday earlier. That's something that everyone should be doing. Just getting them to opt in, and then just emailing them privately about their discounts and like everything, you should always, even though people have a brand, they don't want to seem too hypey, and they don't want to seem like to put too much urgency and scarcity on it. But you don't have to do that, only if you want to make money.
Okay? It's not required. It's only if you like money, right?
Yeah, but it has to be believable, right? It's really important. It has to be believable. Like, so you can do it in your own style, but like it or hate it, every time you give people a last chance email, although we've seen those, subject lines a gazillion times, they make more money than all the rest. So anyway, saying that, so the hot list is we think is mandatory, right? Get a cash injection before the rush happens. Then we do the full campaign, which starts off at Thanksgiving, goes through all the way through to Black Friday, triggers obviously into Cyber Monday, and then we also had another cleanup campaign, which is your idea, Tanner, which was like people who just got lost in the overwhelm and say, listen, here's a backdoor link if you want to kind of clean up some bundles or what those things like that. And we're very good at or talking about the frequency as well. And so this is where segmented is so important. Like essentially, it's not too uncommon for some days to have 4 emails a day. Now that might not go to every single person, correct, but the people who are high clickers and openers, and they based on their frequency, and it's okay to send those more emails. But the ones who are not responding, you can minimize the frequency. That's going to just help the deliverability rate. Right.
Well, and the other type of segmenting is, our campaigns can change based on buying habits. Like, hey, this guy's bought off the hot list and off of this list and off of this. Like, okay, we can go ahead and accelerate him to the next bundle, get him to buy quicker. Or hey, so and so hasn't bought. Let's shift the offer or whatever. So you can have all these different automations in place if you have the campaign depth to do it, so that you can treat people based on their actions. And that's the big thing. Like Bret said, this campaign it's well over 50 emails plus messenger training and all the different, and the retargeting tie-ins and all the different pieces that go along with that, and the giveaway strategies, all this different stuff that all kind of works together and ties in. But it doesn't matter. You don't just take all of those, edit them to your thing, and then just start sending them out. There's literally different segmentation, different tagging options, different triggers, different everything that goes through the entire email sequence, the various sequences that there are, that are what make it effective. If you just blasted everybody with all 50 emails, you'd fall on your face and it would backfire on you. You have to leverage the automation that's delivered to you through Klaviyo or Entreport or Infusionsoft or whatever mailing platform you're using to do this. Okay, it's critical, because that's where the magic comes in. Anybody can write a whole bunch of emails, right? Whether you write them good emails or not, it's another story. But knowing how to sequence offers when we're talking 50 plus emails, but in a time frame of less than 2 weeks, right? Really, maybe 3 weeks total if we count the pre warm up. How do you do that? That takes an art. But when you do it that way, that's how you extract maximum profit without pissing off your customers and actually endearing them to you. That's what the whole kind of catch-up process at the bottom is, and the catch-all is like, hey, these people, think about this. Think about you. How overwhelmed does your inbox get during Black Friday, Cyber Monday with thousands of promotions, hundreds of emails, all this different stuff? Is there a chance that you might have missed a promo from a store you actually cared about or from a product that you were interested in? Happens every year, I guarantee it. So by not only playing cleanup and giving them this extra campaign, you make more money, but you also endear yourself to your customers by giving them, like, making them feel special and making them feel the exception. Nobody in their right mind ever wants to not be the exception to the rule, right? It makes them feel better when it's like, oh man, they went the extra mile for me. Everybody loves that. And that campaign does exactly that.
Yeah. And you're right, mate. And also, if anyone's listening or watching this and they feel like a lot of that stuff is overwhelming, like, we get it. Well, we totally get it. That's why we talk about here's a good version, a light version. Don't let overwhelm kind of stop you. And it's all of that's a learned skill.
So what is it? We talked about kind of like the whole overarching one and how it goes from pre to main campaign for Black Friday, main campaign, Cyber Monday, the tie-in between the two, the follow-up, and then the the cleanup campaign. That's kind of and then you've got messenger and giveaway and all the stuff that goes along with that. And they're all sequenced to work together, right?
Yeah, but we've also have, like, if we already the full Motherlode, you can customize your cart abandonments, and you're welcome. And because there's going to be way more cart abandonments than ever before. So now's the time, as an option, you can actually incentivize them faster and more with a bigger discount. And if you're a bit of a pro, you can actually segment your cart abandonment into low value and high value. So if someone's added a lot of dollar value to the cart, then you can go with a higher discount just to try and get that over the line. So we carry on the Black Friday, Cyber Monday kind of conversation through the journey, even if they're in post-purchase as well. Now's the time to set up a VIP list. So we put a VIP list together, each campaign. So we really went all out when it comes to that. And so that kind of completes the best, the good, better, best. That completes the best. It's the hot list, the main campaign, all for the Cyber 5 period, and some flows plus SMS and messenger copy as well.
So Cyber 5, guys, that he says it like, oh, it's the one campaign. It's like 5 campaigns within one campaign. But it's in the way we break it down, it's the main offer campaign with the ancillary offer campaigns bolted onto it. But so you're really looking at like 7 to 10 campaigns if you use SMS and Messenger. And then also the cart abandons is a huge one. Most people never change their cart abandonment emails. We change them with the promotion. And Cyber Monday, Black Friday is a perfect time for you to do that. Really enhance the offer, enhance the thing. Plus, make them realize that you actually are taking this part of it seriously. And the thing about Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and why it's so hot. If you think about this like fishing, okay? I love to fish. When you go out fishing, if you're casting into a spot and every single time you're pulling out fish, you don't stop. You keep fishing until you stop hooking fish. Even if you're playing catch and release, that's fine. Or you've got your limit. You're going to keep trying to swap them out and go for the biggest one. So you're going to keep fishing that hot spot until it dies off. Same thing with Black Friday, Cyber Monday. You don't stop just because you got a sale from a customer. Many customers will make multiple purchases with you during that Black Friday sequence. Sometimes you're hooking the same fish, okay? Plus, they're telling other people and the fish are hanging out and they're all gathering together, seeing what everybody else is doing. Oh, that looks fun. I want to get hooked. Boom. So this is your window to strike, and you need to keep fishing until it's played out, or the herd moves on. And they're not going to move on until the very, very tail end of Cyber Monday. And even then, you've still got that cleanup campaign to help you out. So if you're sitting there going, oh my God, I can't send that many emails to my list. Well, again, if you hate money, no, you can't. But if you like money, even if you've never sent emails before, that's super important. And that's where the warm-up comes in. So maybe let's say you have never sent emails to your list hardly at all, besides like the customer welcome email or something. Then maybe you aren't in a place to be able to do the full best version, because you need to take up part of the hot list version with maybe a warm-up sequence, which Bret talks about, on how to engage your list and get them ready for emails. And then you shorten the hot list. And we have training for all that stuff, because different people have different needs based on where they're at. And what kind of store they have. So Bret, I didn't mean to jump in there on you, but I wanted you to actually talk also about what's the bare minimum, like the light version, so to speak, that someone should do.
I believe the light version, and this is what we put in our GSD report, was hot list and just the main campaign from Solar 5. If that's all you do, you'll just simply make more money. Right. I mean, some could argue that just an even lighter version is to miss the hot list. I just think that's stupid, right?
I agree.
Financially stupid, because we know that so many, like I said, 40% of people are starting buying in the 1st November, and it's just going to be a mad rush and competition. So it's not too hard just to invite people to put their hand up and go to the market earlier. So for that reason, I think that is the light version, just those two campaigns.
Yeah. Another stat that I just have my notes over here that I wanted to make sure we talked about was that another thing about Black Friday is not just the frequency of purchase, it's the size of purchase. On average, through Black Friday, shoppers are spending 28% more than average on a store. So if you think about every one of your sales, on average has 28% more added to the cart, 28% more money than your normal cart value, before you start doing any hyped promotions or scarcity or special deals or bundles. So it's not uncommon for things to just go straight crazy through the roof. We have one of our Amplified partner stores, actually it's not that uncommon, but this one specifically is an apparel store. And the entire Q4, we had them above 10% conversion rate for the entire Q4, with no matter what form of traffic you threw at them. And there's a lot of things that went into that. But one of the things was this exact Black Friday, Cyber Monday campaign. Even with all those emails, with all that stuff, the conversion rate was baseline of 10%. Okay, so there's just a massive amount that you can make. You could have had a whole crappy first 3 quarters of the year, clean up on Q4, and still end up on an amazing, amazing year. We had members that have shared stuff like that. Like they did, $200,000 in the first 3 quarters, or 3 quarters of the year. And then in Q4, they did over $1 million, because it wasn't because they were going to do that naturally. It's because they got their store dialed in, their conversions were good, and then they implemented a good campaign. And so they did more in 1 quarter than basically through half a quarter than they did multiple years prior, added all together. So it's a huge, huge opportunity for you guys to really, and I am hyping this a little bit because I want you to realize how serious Black Friday is for your business. And so many stores go, oh yeah, I'm just going to make more money. Well, it doesn't happen just naturally. You might make a little bit more, but if you want to really make an impact, you're going to have to do what Bret's talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. So and especially like we beat the drum at the start, mate. If this year, it's going to be the biggest e-commerce year in history. So you've got to really step up and put these into action.
It's not going to get smaller the next year either. It's just going to continue.
That's right.
It just keeps building on itself, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. So guys, this is super important. Now, here's the thing. I can imagine a lot of you guys are probably sitting back going, okay, I love what they're saying. I understand I need a plan, but how the heck am I supposed to come up with this? I don't even know the structure of a hot list. I don't know how to write emails. I'm just a beginner at this. Or I don't have the time to do that. Well, that's what our members say. And again, that's why we give them the GSDs. But Bret, why don't you tell them what we're actually going to do this year, which we've never done before?
Yeah, well, it's a concept, Tanner, you and I talked about last year. We never got around to doing it, right? And we're full transparency. Anyone who's known Tanner longer than 5 minutes and the BGS culture, we're not the pushy sales title. Like we know we are the best out there, and we let people come to us. But we thought, wouldn't it be cool to do a like bundle up the GSD and kind of sell it as an individual package for people, as a bit of an intro to let people know give them a bit of a taste of what EI is like. So we're doing that this year. We've bundled up the Motherlode Black Friday GSD, which is, it's 109 pages. There's 50 pre-written emails. There's talks about all the segmenting and the frequency. We've got the good, the better, and the best. We've got the SMS and the messenger copy and all that cool stuff. But we've also got a video recording of our Mastermind, which is fire, and also a full transcription of that. So we got that transcribed if you prefer to read through it, where you get the Mastermind of 5 big hit in e-commerce stores talking about what their best practices are and lead gen and segmenting and things like that. So that's the core essence of what we're putting out for the first time ever, which is cool. And the other part is as a bit of a bonus, because here's the thing. Well, I wrote all those emails, right? I pretty much didn't have a life for a month to write those 50 emails. But if all you need to do is change maybe 10-20% of that just to match your brand voice. So to do that, several months earlier, I wrote a very comprehensive copywriting masterclass GSD, which is because my copywriting journey, I went from earning a dismal $18,000 a year for my first business. I learned copywriting and then $200,000 in 12 months. And then over 7 years, helped generate over $250 million worth of sales. And that's someone who failed English all through school. But I did 10 things very, very well when it comes to copywriting. And I put those 10 things into this GSD report, which you can give to your team so you can get up to scratch with copywriting really fast and edit the templates that we have and go to market a lot faster. So that's that part. And the other part was, we after Black Friday, the Cyber 5 kind of period finishes, you can still make good revenue in December. So last year I put together a very, very cool campaign together. It's called the 12 Days of Christmas campaign, where there was a new offer for 12 days straight. And we're giving that as an extra bonus as well. So for that's the kind of bundle we're putting out there for the first time ever. I won't talk about the price now because, to be honest with you, it's an insult to my copywriting skills how low it is.
Yeah, that's true. It is. So, guys, this is a kind of a very interesting thing for us. I mean, we don't ever release our GSDs or our content out to the public. It's always members only. Our philosophy is that we take care of the family. If you're in the family, we take care of it. We take care of you. We provide for you, right? So we decided hey, this is a crazy year. Things are different. We wanted to do it last year. We didn't get around to it. So we said, hey, this year we're going to do it. So what we're actually doing is everything Bret just described, including the bonuses, we are going to make available for purchase to the public. Okay. So all you got to do if you want to get involved in that is the URL will be on the screen right here, but it is buildgrowscale.com/BF, the letters B and F for Black Friday. So buildgrowscale.com/BF. Again, it'll be on the screen right here if you're watching this on YouTube, but if you're on iTunes, just write down buildgrowscale.com/BF. Now, there's a caveat here. We're not just throwing this out to the wind to anybody who wants it. We still want to help businesses that are good businesses. You have to be an ethical business owner. You have to be a person of integrity. If you run a shady type of store, we don't want to work with you. I'm sorry. It's just against our code of who we choose to do business with. So the only caveat here is that, you're going to have to go through a hoop or so to kind of just let us know that you guys are legitimate and that you guys are, whether that's talking to Bret or answering a question or something like that, that'll be on that page, and you can go through it, and then you can get access to it. And this will be a limited time kind of offer and by limited time, I mean, it's a very timely offer. So after the Black Friday, thing ends, you may not want to spend that kind of money on a program or on a package until about the same time next year. So you may, rather than have it sit. So it's better for you that if you strike fast, because theoretically, and not even theoretically, in actuality, let's just say that, you grab this package now, you implement it, you're going to make multiples on your money, on your investment from just buying this package through the Black Friday. And it could be your best year ever, simply because you actually have sequences that you've never had before. You have a detailed promotion strategy that you've never had before. You have the ability to actually extract money from an email list that you've spent all this money building, but have no idea how to monetize. And when I say you, I'm talking about 90% of the business owners out there, probably closer to 95. So chances are, listening to this, you're like, that's me. I don't send email. I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to email. Well, Bret's made this a legitimate no-brainer. This is not a hard pitch by any means. If you think you got Black Friday covered, cool. Take any of the good nuggets we got out of here, dial in your own promo, and we will wish you the absolute best. But if you could use a little leg up and really want to dial in your Black Friday and Cyber Monday for this year, next year, whatever, highly recommend you check out the offer, buildgrowscale.com/BF. Bret, what else do you want to say on that?
No, I just look forward to hearing your success stories. We're looking for case studies, to be honest with you. This is we know how good this little bundle is, and we're just looking for really good, solid businesses to take this and implement it, and kind of share their results with us, because we love data. We're data freaks. So if you're open to share your wins with us, and
help us make it even better for next year.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And Bret, brings up something else that I want to just be totally, because Bret's talked about how transparent we are, and we are. So I'm not going to lie to you guys. There's a method to our madness, not in just helping you, but we know for a fact that if you use this Black Friday campaign, you buy it, you implement it, and you follow, you're going to make so much money, and you're going to be so happy with your results that you're going to come back to us wanting to do something with us. You're going to want to join our programs. You're going to want to come to our events. This is literally us fishing, right? We're sinking the hook, and you're going to come back. You're going to jump in the boat on your own, right? After this. So we're just chumming the waters. You're going to be super excited. Love what you get out of it we're delivering such massive value that it's almost impossible for you to not want to come back and work with us. And we know that, and we're okay with that. By delivering such value to you, we're excited that in the future, we'll get to work with you more, because we will have demonstrated that we actually walk the walk, and that we can really make an impact in your business.
Absolutely. 100%.
So again, guys, that's it. This is the offer. It's a very casual podcast-based offer, like nothing fancy. There's no sales page, there's no crazy thing or any of that. buildgrowscale.com/BF to get the Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Motherlode mega offer that includes the 12 days of Christmas campaign bonus, the copywriting, how to cram your emails together, and how to just basically like become an instant copywriting talent, so to speak, just by following stuff. And then the entire Motherlode campaign for Black Friday, Cyber Monday at buildgrowscale.com/Black Friday. Links on the screen. And right now, guys, again, if you enjoyed this episode, if you learned something from this, or if you have some insight on Black Friday, post a comment below, leave us a review, let us know, and make sure that you are subscribed to this podcast. We do all kinds of crazy stuff like this. We're also going to be doing more special offers that are only for podcast listeners and subscribers. We've decided to do some of that stuff. Plus, Bret and I have a whole series of copywriting specific episodes planned out that are all about ecom stores and dialing in different aspects of copy, how to do it right, really go deep dive into some examples and how to do that. Probably even a few live critiques, right, Bret?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to that. That's good.
So we're going to do all of that, and that's all to come. So make sure that you're subscribed. So this is a video podcast. So we are on YouTube. We're also on iTunes and Stitcher and anywhere else you listen to your podcast. So make sure you're subscribed to an audio version, and then also hop over to the YouTube channel and make sure you're subscribed there. And if you need links, or you want the show notes to the various places and the various episodes, go to buildgrowscale.com/podcast. and everything is there. All the links to all the platforms and every show's show notes and video and everything is just all in one place for you right there. Again, that's buildgrowscale.com/podcast. And with that, guys, we will see you in the next episode. See ya.
See you guys.